Warzone movement can be extremely flashy, but the reality is that flashy movement is not what wins gunfights. In today's video, we're going over what actually works when it comes to movement in Warzone, and more importantly, showing you exactly how to use it. It's time to stop chasing clips and start chasing high kill wins. So we're going to start this thing off on Rebirth. Guys, if you're only interested in Verdansk, on screen is the timestamp where that gameplay begins, so you can go ahead and fast forward to that now. Now, when we talk about movement on Rebirth, and movement is just about taking less damage in gunfights, which ultimately allows you to win more gunfights. But when we talk about movement on Rebirth, there's three things that we're really going to be focusing on. Number one, fast and fluid, not flashy. You know, we want our movement, we need our movement to be fluid, our slide cancels to be fluid, being able to, something like this, seamlessly transition between having your melee out or getting to that melee and then going back to your gun. For those of you guys that don't know, when you have your melee out, you actually have unlimited tac sprint, and it allows us to move quicker. So being able to kind of seamlessly go back and forth, being in complete control of your movement, and being able to do what you want to do, that allows you to play faster and ultimately allows you to get more kills. And we're going to have a guy challenge us right here. So then I want to break down this gunfight, really help you understand the second thing, which is keep it simple. So when we talk about this gunfight, you kind of look at this and you're like, Joe, keep it simple. Like, you kind of did a few different things there, and you're 100% right. But what this gunfight comes down to when we really slow this down is number one, slide canceling, number two, strafing, and number three, jumping. Those are the only three movements that you need, okay? Now, we could talk about drop shotting, dolphin diving. There's a place for that, but they're not 100% necessary. So right here, we're going to use a little bit of omni movement, okay? So we're going to slide out. There's the cancel, which immediately stops us in place right here, at which point now all I'm going to do is go to my normal strafing, and then I just happen to jump. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to strafe backwards, and there's a little bit of jump, and you can clearly see, guys, you can clearly see the bullets missing. So this is where I go, hey, this is a simple movement. This is three simple movements, three very easy things that we can do. We just use it in an advanced combination. By the way, when we talk about advanced combinations, that's probably the best one to learn, that slide, cancel, stop, and then strafe jump. I should mention, guys, when it comes to actually doing those movements, paddle controllers, huge advantage, because at the end of the day, guys, the big thing here is I'm able to do this while keeping my right thumb on the right stick. I would highly recommend aim controllers. There's a link to aim controllers in the comments. You can literally right now, depending on when you're watching this, fully customized paddle controller, guys. You can literally max this thing out to a $400 controller, and it's one price. It's a huge discount right now. They've got mouse click triggers, paddles, you know, TMRs. They got the whole 9 yards. So go check them out if you guys are looking for a new controller or you want a paddle controller. Now, this is the last thing. Okay? So we've talked about, number one, fast and fluid, not flashy. Number two, keep it simple. Number three, understand that we don't always have to play movement. Okay? Sometimes, guys, it's okay to play positioning. And right here, I just get up top. I play a little bit of high ground. And we're able to get this kill. And then we get this guy flying in. Once again, slide cancel, strafing, little bit of a jump, same exact movement right there. Okay, so that is really, that's the crux of what we are going to be focusing on throughout every single one of these kills that I'm able to pick up throughout this gameplay. By the way, guys, real quick, if you are looking to get better at Warzone, I will say this, guys, give me 30 days. Subscribe down below, watch my videos. I promise you'll become a better player. If not after 30 days, guys, at the end of the day, you can always unsubscribe. I totally get it, but guarantee you that's not going to happen. Why did I get loadout right here? I have loadout guns. Why do I get loadout? When we talk about movement, okay, here's why. Perks, okay? So let's break down perks. I have Scavenger. Scavenger gives me money. Money gives me UAVs. What does UAVs give me? The ability to center my crosshairs better because I know where people actually are, and I can go ahead and win that 1v1 gunfight. Number two, we have Quick Fix here, okay? What does Quick Fix allow me to do? Regen my base health quicker, allows me to shoot while plating up. Number three, Tempered, okay? So those are my three perks for Rebirth. I don't think there's really much else you want to be. Some of you guys are going to be like, Joe, what about this perk? Guys, if you're an aggressive player, this right here is a deadly combination when it comes to using movement and outplaying enemies. The ability to hip fire your gun and shoot your gun while you are actually plating up, and you only have to put 2 plates in, it's a huge advantage. Let's go ahead and push up top here. Now, when we talk about movement, okay, this is a big thing. What do you notice on the minimap right here? 2 guys separated, right? We've got 1 guy right here. Okay, and we've got 1 guy right here. So this is a pretty easy decision to push, you know, this guy. There's no question that you should push this guy immediately. Watch how I clear this building, though, okay? When we talk about movement, a big part of movement and taking less damage in gunfights is centering your crosshairs. Okay, so jump around the corner. Watch how I jump down here. And then he dips away, right? So I still clear that even though he leaves. He ends up leaving here. Now I hear him jump out, so I still clear that corner just in case he's actually there. Next gunfight right here. Okay, so once again, let's break this down. Ability to keep our right thumb on the right stick. Huge advantage with paddles. We're going to live ping that guy. I know this is a different enemy. Caught a little bit off guard. Little bit of a jump. Now, I immediately recognize here that I did not get this down. So what do? We slide out, right? And then we strafe back. Even in that situation, guys, notice the strafing back where I came from. And this is a great example where we talk about that one where we use 3 movements, right? The one we've been talking about, the slide, strafe, jump. This is the exact same thing. You see how I slide out and then strafe back? This is the exact same move. It's just sometimes I decide to jump with it, right? It kind of depends on the situation, kind of depends on the gunfight that I'm in. But you can see that I'm already mentally doing that slide, cancel, strafe. And then sometimes I decide to ultimately jump to mix in that headshot. No drop shots, no dolphin diving. I don't think dolphin diving is super, super useful on Rebirth, except maybe building to building. I think everything you can do in terms of getting behind cover, you can do with a slide. And then drop shotting, I have my own thoughts on. I don't think it's necessary. Now, what do we do from here? Okay, this is important. We got a team here. We got a team here. Well, I don't want to be stuck in the middle here, guys, right? So let's play positioning. This is where we talk about that positioning. I don't need to dance on these guys, right? Let's just be smart here. Let's play our positioning. And what ends up happening? Well, this guy comes looking for me, and I get a very easy kill. And what does that mean? Easy kill means we get the info on the minimap. We can figure out what our next move is. Guys down the hill. We know about these guys down here. You know, this is a tough spot to fight because I can easily get pinched if I try to be too over-aggressive with either of these teams. We're at 6 kills already in the first circle. We're off to a great start. High ground allows me to just kind of back off there. Obviously, you see quick fix and tempered coming into play. Reloading. And then we're just kind of in this little in-between spot. But we're able to get a UAV. So let's go to pop UAV, figure out what our next move is. Boom. Immediately notice this guy up top here, right? Immediately I see this guy on the mini-map. I see this guy straight ahead. You know, we got to worry about this enemy that's up top. Because here's the problem. If I go try to fight all of these guys, you know, from this little corner right here, I'm very susceptible to this guy shooting me. So I need to kind of take care of this. Plus, I like fighting in prison. I like fighting in, like, grandma's headquarters. You know, that's a big part of winning gunfights, guys, is getting to spots where you are comfortable. I did not mean to strafe out the window here. But even here, guys, you see that I'm always strafing because of that rotational aim assist dynamic on controller. Watch the strafing right here. I'm not going to slow this one down. Just watch the strafing. Okay. These guys are, obviously, we have one team pushing down lane here that I got to worry about, and these guys are going to be pushing rooftop. So let's go ahead. Instead of, now, here's what I will say. Let me actually kind of help you understand this. I would 100% have probably chased this guy and then played the head glitch on the stairs here to try to get this guy until I see this shooting that's actually down lane here. So I know that I can't go this way here. Let's put this in red for you. I can't go this way here because I'm going to get shot in the back. Plus, then I end up pushing right into this team here, and I end up pinching myself. So I've got to fight one team or the other. Now, one team or the other. I can push here, okay, and then push up top and challenge rooftop team, or I could actually push down low through this little doorway here and work my way up and go challenge this team that's on the second level. Ultimately, I go ahead and challenge rooftop. A little bit of positioning. Just strafing right there, right? Nothing crazy. I'm in a bad spot. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I've strafed backwards. I'm in a bad spot. I'm broken. I'm low health, right? I'm just going to go ahead and strafe there. Obviously, we're not going to worry about this kill. Why? Because I'm in such a bad spot here when it comes to positioning, right? You've got to recognize this situation and say, hey, there is nowhere for me to go. It's a really long run here to be able to get to cover, so I can't worry about what's happening. I just need to get to this spot here. Then we can go ahead and play it up. Then we can figure out what our next move is. Guys, like I said, if you are looking to get better, My whole goal is just help you get more kills, die a little less, pick up more wins. Let's go ahead and work back here. A little bit of positioning. Nothing too crazy there. Both guys on my level. We're going to reposition just a little bit. That's more of a gameplay strategy thing than a movement thing, but this is a big thing, guys, that I do want to talk about here when it comes to you guys challenging. A lot of you guys challenge with the wrong gun, right? Like, you need to understand that my LC10 here has a faster TTK than my Krieg, especially in this first damage range up to about 17 meters. So if there happens to be an enemy that is in this doorway or this doorway here, I want to challenge with my LC10. If he has an LC10 and I have the Krieg and all things are equal, he's going to kill me because his gun just kills faster than mine. Now, the downside of that is this situation right here, right? He's obviously got an AR, I've got an SMG, but I just strafe behind cover here. I'm not over challenging that. I just strafe behind cover and grab that plate. Blue crates give plates. Always remember that. Blue crates should always give you at least one plate. Always. Throw armor box down to get those extra plates right there. Try to get back to 5. Now we're just going to re-engage here. Right? Figure out what... we're just taking this thing, guys. It's not... some of these kills aren't going to be easy. Like I said, we're not dancing on people. We've got to outsmart them. We've got to put ourselves in good situations. Look to your left side here. Look to your left side here over at control on minimap. Right? So I kind of don't like this team prison. Kind of playing that office building. We don't have to fight them, but we do need to go find another team to challenge. Yep, there's that guy to my right side there, so I know he's here. I'm worried about tower. That's why I kept looking over to my left. I was worried about tower over there. For no reason. I don't have any information that there's people tower, but like, it's better to assume people are tower because people love to play tower. I mean, that's not rocket science, right? We know that. Play rooftop here just to see if we can find anybody. Enemy soldier incoming. That guy back behind. Would have been a great down to have for the information. Unfortunate. Now, watch how I clear this building, okay? When we talk about clearing buildings, guys, 2 things. Slide cancel timing, process of elimination. Remember this. I'll repeat it. Clearing buildings is slide cancel timing. So I'm just going to time my slide cancel so that when I'm around the corner, my crosshairs are out and I'm ready to shoot. Number 2, process of elimination. Is he in this corner? No. Is he in this corner? No. Is he in this corner? No. Is he in this corner? Yes. And I'm going to be prepared around every single corner. Ready? Okay, let's work slide cancel timing. Ready? Trying to figure out where he is. Slide cancel timing. You can see, I don't know if he's here or not. He's actually going to end up not being there. Slide cancel timing. One guy on rooftop. Slide cancel timing. Watch slide cancel timing around the corner. Boom. See how crosshairs are out? I'm ready to go. Right? That all I'm doing is I'm not doing anything fancy here. Right? The biggest thing that you can do when it comes to your centering and improving and getting that first shot, just timing your slide cancels so that your crosshairs are out. Right? When we slide, our crosshairs come out. Watch. This is nasty. Let's break this one down. I love this one because this is important. This looks crazy. 3 simple movements. Slide canceling, strafing, jumping. Okay? Let's watch them. Okay, so I'm going to try to play a little bit of positioning here, try to catch him a little bit off guard. Boom, now we go. So, first things first, let's slow this down. Number 1, slide canceling, right? Look, crosshairs are out. We're sliding here, crosshairs are out, and I can hip fire. Now, number 2, strafing. Now, previously, I said, hey, slide out, jump, or slide out, strafe back where you came from, and then jump. But in this case, because he is pushing me here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide out, and then I'm going to strafe backwards to open up my FOV. Okay, watch. Watch. See how I'm strafing backwards here? See how I'm gaining distance from the doorway to open up that FOV and make sure that he can't get behind me? Okay, so very simple. Slide canceling, strafing backwards, and then obviously we throw in a little bit of a jump there in order to get that kill. Watch it full speed once again. Watch how quick it happens. Slide cancel, strafing, jumping. Boom, right? Next thing we know, we see those guys over to the right side there, straight ahead here. We can go ahead and work that direction. Also, guys, big thing here when it comes to movement or just gameplay strategy in general, look at how fast I'm working towards this next kill or this next team or these next enemies, right? I'm already working my way over here. I'm not like looting every single thing. I get the cash, I get the plates, we keep it moving. Then we get UAV. Why? Guys, again, I did a video on this the other day. If I pop a UAV and I tell you where somebody is and it's a 1v1 fight and you can't get that kill, it's because of your aim or movement, right? Which is obviously part of today's video. But it's one of those two things and you got to figure out which one it is. I can't answer it for you unless you sign up for coaching, but you know, you got to focus on that. Now, what we do not realize is that we get caught off guard here, right? Look, when we pop UAV, this is very important to understand. Watch the decision that I make, okay? One guy back behind me. Perfect. Let's go take our 1v1 fight. Very easy kill. Oh, we're going to go ahead and push up. All of a sudden, what do we see? We see 2 enemies. So what is immediately your thought right here? See ya. Deuces. Let's go ahead and get out of this situation. We use the melee to back off here, right? Trying to play a little bit of positioning, a little bit of close quarters positioning. Watch the strafing. Even if he's not shooting back at me, guys, that strafing is going to increase our rotational aim assist. Make it a little bit easier for you to hit shots. Still worried about it being 3 here. This guy's outside. Pretty easy kill at this point with positioning. You know, got to be able to execute there. That gives us the info. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Also, somebody's going to comment this, guys. This is the level 1 bug. You can clearly see every single enemy I kill is level 1. This is the level 1 bug. I don't know what else. It's been in the game for months now. Guy up top. So what do? We slide back. But we remember that information, right? We got one guy up top there. This guy's back here. That was just audio. Nothing too fancy. Got to execute, obviously. But watch. That's a good example of centering and kind of... I know he's down, but look at how I approach this, right? We slide, boom. That's another one that you can do, guys. This is just called a G slide. Okay, so this is, again, very simple. We're just flipping the order that we do things. It's jump and then slide out. That's it. That's all we got to do there. That's it. So, again, it falls into that category of slide canceling, jumping, and strafing. Still falls into the category of keeping it simple. You can see how fluid we are, right? I should have got... Why did I not get UAV here? Kind of dumb. I don't know why I didn't get UAV here. Do I go back for UAV? I should go... What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. I hear enemies around the corner, but I don't know. I got 11 Gs. Wait, do I buy one here? I got to buy one here, right? Okay, good. So we... Wait, one guy straight ahead. Didn't need much there. And, guys, one big thing that I will say... Dying's inevitable. Okay, we're going to die here. This guy just hits good shots. Little bit of strafing there. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, guys. It's part of the game, right? Like, do you die? Yes. Do I die? Yes. Does Biffle die? Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and focus on this regain process. Be a little bit aggressive here on loadout. A little bit more aggressive than I would like, especially seeing that guy down there. But that loadout is just such a big advantage. My concern right here is all these guys that are fighting down below me to my right side. Now, I'm thinking about in this moment, guys, the fact that I can go up here and we can still take advantage of fire sale. I know in this moment that up here is clear. How do I know that up here is clear? I mean, because I was just kind of over this direction a little bit, right? So I know that we're in an okay spot here. Self, few plates. We got the UAV up. Now we can start to act on info. One guy over to on my level. 2 guys actually over on my level here. There's my stuff. Do I grab this satchel? Cash satchel, yeah. Oh, this is nasty. Let's break this down here. Let's break down this 1v3. Well, the second and third kill. Okay. Let's watch. I'll let it play full speed here. Uh-oh. I get very aggressive in this situation. Uh-oh. I mean, okay, so first things first, guys. Let's just bring this all the way back to the beginning of the 1v3, right? This is just positioning, right? Got to execute there. Now, I get caught off guard by enemy number 2, right? So, I probably should have just dropped down here, but regardless, let's focus on the movement, okay? So, we're going to push up top. Even when we are playing positioning and we're playing a head glitch, watch this. Watch how I'm still strafing, right? You can literally see it on the AC units that I'm strafing back and forth, right? And that's just, again, going to increase that rotational aim assist. Now, this last one here, hey, I bail myself out. As we said in the beginning, movement's all about taking less damage in gunfights. Watch his bullets here. I jump down. Quick tack sprint to a slide cancel. Okay. Obviously, you can see him missing because he's not tracking me. Then right there, he's missing to my right side because he overcorrected because I jumped back. I strafed left and jumped, right? That same exact combination. It hasn't changed. It's been the exact same combination the entire time. You know, and when we talk about guys super sweaty lobbies, you know, it's one of those where things happen quicker. So you're going to have to be better with your centering. You're going to have to be better with, you know, getting your melee out and really finessing hard. You know, those are probably the two biggest things, backing off and then re-engaging. Anybody up here? We're at 15 kills. Now, the moment, guys, that we get to respawn disabled, this is where we slow it down, okay? Like, I'm less focused about movement here because my respawn, I don't have a respawn timer. This is it. If I die, I die. So now I focus on that positioning dynamic. I'll use movement if I need to. I'm still going to be strafing in these kind of long-range engagements. But now we start to focus on positioning, rotations, really clutching this win, but also getting kills in the process. Like, we're not going to finish here with 16. We're going to finish with we're going to pick up, I think, like 8 to 10 kills here in this endgame. I wanted to wait for this guy to try to get a little bit further out so I could actually get the down. Like that, right? That guy's got a point of no return where he's just so far out in the open, there's nothing he can do. I do need to keep in mind, guys, that I am on radar because I'm shooting an unsuppressed weapon. Bunch of people down the hill. Yep. We're going to take this. Yep. Just make sure we get that kill. I don't even see him, but make sure we get that down and thirst right there. Go ahead and get that kill. Take number 17. Now, at this point, guys, we've got high ground, we've got cover. One thing we have to be really, really careful of is anybody trying to rotate and taking prison from us, right? That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about somebody taking zip, somebody challenging through this doorway here, somebody taking ladder by me, you know, somebody taking the jump spot to the left side of the rooftop here, somebody trying to challenge and take the high ground and potentially catching me off guard because of how fast the TTK is. Yep, shut that door. One guy down below me here somewhere. There's that guy. Little bit of strafing there. Nothing too fancy. Just trying to get the full kill without giving up too much positioning. People over to my right side. People over to my left side. Still 8 teams left. This was one of the healthiest lobbies that I've had in a very long time. Notice circle pull right here, guys. We're going to really focus on this clutch. We can stay high ground. That's the most important thing to know. Now, just because you're in endgame, guys, doesn't mean you're not going to have to use movement, which we'll see in a second here. This guy's out in the open. Nothing that guy can do. You know, we're just kind of, we're executing really well at range here. We're hitting shots really well. I mean, it's so important to be able to get those kills. I have an aim video. I'll leave my video on how to practice, guys, at the end of this. Really helps you with it. If you are struggling with that execution dynamic, whether you have Black Ops 6 or you don't have Black Ops 6, I cover it in that video, really working on your aim and movement. And also how to play faster. You know, how to start to get more comfortable picking up your pace and reacting to what's going to happen. Where's this guy going to go? A little bit of game sense here, guys. Look, look, look. This guy's getting shot. Where's he going to go? What are his options? Well, he can't push up this way here, so he's got to loop around this way and push up, right? There he is, right? There's that team fighting. There's those guys right there, right? So that's one where you got to look at, hey, I know I'm in circle with high ground here. I'm in a really good spot. Let's just go ahead and keep our high ground. Right, but let's think ahead as to where he has to rotate to. Now, unfortunately, I don't get that. Notice I am at 20 kills here. Those guys are all down below there. One guy flying in on me. This should be a pretty easy one. Easy number 1. You know, unfortunate for those guys. Not much. And we go down. It's fine. Things are about to get dicey. Now, what is this guy going to do? Take zip. 100% going to take zip, right? Head glitch. Guys flying in. Strafing. Right? So that's one where, guys, even in this situation right here, you know, I jump. This is probably, honestly, this might be the fanciest movement that we've had the entire game. You know what I mean? Like, we break the guy. I'm not broken, so I know I'm going to put the pressure on him, right? I'm just going to jump and 180 turn that, right? And then be able to track that guy right there. Now, obviously, in this moment, it's the same thing. Right? Let's slow this down. Watch. Keep it simple. Slide canceling, strafing, jumping. Right? Strafing. A little bit of a jump there at the end. I still have, by the way, it feels like I took a lot of damage there. I still have probably 140 health here. I still have 140 health. 1v1v1v1 situation. I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, this is the last guy, and then we'll fast forward to the end here because not much happens. Yep, we're just going to play a little bit of positioning, a little bit of strafe there to increase that rotational aim assist. Very, very easy kill. These guys are all down below me. What ends up happening, final circle. These guys are down below. Eventually, I know they're not rooftops, so they literally have to be right here. And I'm just waiting for them to fight each other. I'm just going to wait for them to fight each other here and get to a spot where I can just go in and basically third-party this for the easy win. Yeah, there's break. Let's go ahead and jump. They're fighting now. There's an elimination. We're going to go ahead. That guy dies to gas. Kill number 25. We pick up the win. Let's go ahead and jump into Verdansk, guys. So let's go ahead and jump in here on Verdansk, guys. We're going to be breaking down a really good high kill solo duos game that I had the other day. And we're going to start off here looting up train. I actually don't have anybody here with me, so we're just going to loot this up. And I want to go over 3 very important things when it comes to movement on Verdansk. If you did happen to watch the beginning of the Rebirth gameplay, there are going to be 3 very similar things. But there are some differences with Verdansk because of how the map is and obviously the fact that it's Battle Royale. So, number 1, guys, keep movement fast and fluid, not flashy. This might be a relief for a lot of you guys. The whole YY TikTok 360 stint play, break your camera, do this, all that, it doesn't do anything for you guys. Keep movement fast and fluid. Fluid in the sense of make sure your slide cancels feel good. Make sure that you are in control of your movements and you understand what you're doing and why you're doing them. And even something like this, guys, you know, early on, running around with your melee out. You're going to see me do that a lot on Verdansk because it allows me to have unlimited tack sprint. That's going to allow my slide cancels to feel more fluid because I just keep my tack sprint rolling. It's going to allow me to move faster around the map. So we want to be taking advantage of that, especially when we are rotating, which you'll see a lot. Number 2, keep it simple, guys. Slide canceling, strafing, jumping. You know, a lot of people talk about dolphin diving, which there's some benefits to dolphin diving, but it's not 100% necessary. There's people talk about drop shotting. There's some benefits to drop shotting, but it's not 100% necessary. We're going to focus on slide canceling, strafing, and jumping, and also using those in combination. The last thing, guys, probably the most important thing as we're starting to rotate here. We're going to get into a kill in a second. Already have my melee out. You can see that already, guys. Last thing is positioning versus movement. This is hands down the most important thing on Verdansk, and we are going to really focus on that positioning versus movement dynamic. Only using movement when we absolutely have to. Trying to play our positioning as much as possible because we can easily get punished. It's not like Resurgence where we have unlimited respawn. We have to be strategic and value our lives. We've got to play positioning first and only use movement when it is absolutely necessary to be able to win a gunfight, win a 1v1, or be able to get out of a bad situation. Starting off here with Bounty, obviously, guys, we see this right here. We have my melee out when rotating, right? So it gives me unlimited tack sprint. So slide canceling doesn't reset my tack sprint, guys. But because I have unlimited, the slide canceling just makes me a little bit harder target to hit. Just gives me some comfortability when instead of just like running, it just kind of, I hate to say this, it just kind of gives me something to do. But more importantly, it allows us to keep our movement speed up. Okay, so I'm kind of looking at where these guys are going. And watch how I play this, specifically how I don't use movement initially, right? To kick off this fight, I'm not going to use movement. See, it is really tempting here, guys, to just fly in here around the corner and try to absolutely dance on this 1v2 situation. But with how fast the TTK is, it's just not possible. It's just, you're going to get insta-fried as it is. And we'll go ahead and let this play out here, and then obviously we'll break it down. I think the biggest thing, though, is this reposition dynamic, right? So again, it's a 1v2 situation. We can play a little bit of positioning, trying to get an early down. Again, as I said, if I just try to push in here, I'm going to instantly die to both of these enemies because it's a 1v2 situation. They're just going to team shot me. So we wait, right? And even there, guys, you can see me push up a little bit, and then I pull back because I'm like, I don't really have as much cover and as much outplay potential. We break. Little bit of a jump there, nothing too crazy, just a little bit of strafing. Now, this is the big one right here. As soon as I get this thirst, guys, this is where we start to have that game sense. There is nowhere that this guy can go, right? This guy's not going to push back into... I thermited the doorway, right? So when we break this down here, I'm going to get this knock, right? So I thermite this doorway right here, which means the only place he's realistically going to go is he's going to retreat back where he came from. So what do I do right here? We're going to go ahead. We anticipate around the corner. And when we talk about anticipation and centering, getting that first shot, guys, just slide cancel timing. Ready? Slide cancel timing, right? I'm sliding. I'm going to cancel. My crosshairs are out. I'm already thinking about where this enemy is going to be. this little hitch right here where my crosshairs go down isn't good. That's something I definitely should work on. But we're able to easily get that kill right there. Just like that, we are up to 2. And one thing I really want to highlight in this game, guys, is this end game that we have, because it is absolutely crazy. Okay, one guy right here. Okay, second guy like right here. You can see him kind of moving. Yeah, this guy's right here. So immediately I notice these 2 enemies. What's the first thing that we think about? High ground, high ground, high ground, guys. That is always my first thought. And we are going to consistently go back to this, where positioning first, movement second. Rebirth is a huge balance. Maybe even do the argument where we play movement first a lot of times. But Verdansk is all about positioning. One guy to my right side here. We're just going to try to find a slightly different angle. He does a really good job of getting cover, finding that cover. By the way, guys, if you are looking to get better at Warzone, I always say this, give me 30 days. Subscribe down below, watch my videos. I promise you'll become a better player. If not, after 30 days, guys, you can always unsubscribe. I totally get it. But I guarantee you that is not going to happen. Guarantee it. Ultimately, we're going to work down, right? Trying to find an angle to be able to... Notice I'm not just sitting up here, guys. Notice I'm working to find a different angle if I possibly can. Trying to figure out where these guys might have gone to. Watch this. Zip. I mean, just really, really... That guy gets up there. Now, where's his teammate? Right? That's the question. And there's Zip number 2. Now, at this point, guys, it's very important to understand that we can make strategic decisions. Those guys are up top, right? That's a really difficult fight. It's just the fighting in these 2 buildings are brutal. I'm just going to leave it. There's 65 other teams left. Let's go find somebody else. We're just going to rotate over this way here. I end up catching one guy running out in the open this way. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm acting on. Again, notice how often, and we're going to pay attention to this a lot, how often I bring this melee out when I'm rotating. Now, of course, as I approach here and get a little bit closer, you're going to see me flip. And when we talk about this flip, guys, one thing I do just want to quickly mention is aim controllers. Guys, paddle controllers allow us to do any movement that we want, slide canceling, jumping, switching to our melee, and then switching back without having to take our right thumb off the right stick. It's a huge advantage, guys. They have a crazy, crazy, crazy promo right now. If you've never heard of them, guys, fully customizable controllers, paddles, sticks, colors, TMR sticks, mouse click triggers, the whole 9 yards. Right now, they have a promo where you can literally max full kit the thing out. No matter how much you do to it, the price stays the exact same. So really, really good to take advantage of right now if you are looking for a new controller or backup controller. Code Cup of Joe as always, guys, if you do want a discount. If not, you can pay full price. That's totally fine. There's one other thing that I want to mention here after this. Now, guys, we see 2 dots, right? I'm playing solo duos. So immediately, what does this tell you? This is 2 teams, right? This is 2 solo players. One guy to my right side, we see it on the mini-map. Sure enough, there they are. Just like I said, 2 teams. And now we can go ahead and really work this third party. Look at the centering. Right? Where is this guy? I know he's above me somewhere. I'm just not 100% sure. And watch this gunfight here. Right? This is very, very simple, guys. This is a very, very simple 1v1 fight. I know he's close. I kind of anticipate up the stairs. There's first shot advantage, which is absolutely crucial to winning gunfights in close quarters. And then we just strafe very, very little. When we talk about strafing, guys, going to allow you to take less damage, going to make you a harder target to hit. Also, on controller, going to increase that rotational aim assist. The other thing with aim controllers that I do want to mention here, guys, as we're getting a UAV, lifetime warranty on modded parts. So if a paddle breaks, if a mouse click trigger breaks or something, you can easily get it replaced under warranty. I don't think any other controller company does that. And they technically are officially licensed Microsoft and Sony controllers. Like the controllers they use to customize are actually made by Microsoft and Sony. Xbox and PS4, PS5. They're not knockoff controllers. Okay, we got information up here. Now we can start to act a little bit more confidently. We got guys over to the right side here. That's immediately what I see is these guys over to the right side. Trying to catch one, you know, maybe getting into the heli. This is just positioning, right? This is just being able to hit shots with my long-range gun, feeling really, really comfortable. I've got another UAV up in pocket. They actually do technically have another. enough for another. But we got to get some momentum going here, guys. We're at 4 kills. I think that's a big part of this, guys, is letting the time take care of the kills. It's a 25-minute game. It's a long game. I have time here. Now, what is my thought process in this moment based on minimap? What I'm nervous about here is if I go and I challenge these guys right here, right? I'm concerned about this guy third-partying this way and catching me in a really, really bad spot, which is why I ultimately go focus on this left guy first. He's also a solo player, right? I'm always looking for that 1v1 fight. The more 1v1 fights I can take, the better. I mean, do you feel more comfortable in a 1v1 or a 1v2? Right? A 1v1. So, like, if we see it, let's take it, right? Let's go ahead and take it. And again, 25-minute game, 20 kills. You know, we only need 1 kill a minute, less than that, right? So, take that 1v1 fight, take that easy kill. Now we go ahead and get back in the mix here. Back to the melee, right? You see how often I'm going back and forth because it just does help with that fluidity, especially when we are rotating. It just allows us to run faster, and it gives us that unlimited tack sprint. Okay, let's go pop Yui here. Obviously using heartbeat. A lot of movement, guys. A lot of positioning is going to be based off that information dynamic, but... Okay, let's work over this way here. Trying to figure out, okay, where is everybody, right? Okay, so we got 2 in dealership here. We got some guys further back. We're going to go focus on dealership first. This is a big one, guys. Enemy UAV online. Who popped this? If you're in my shoes right here, you hear enemy UAV overhead. What's the assumption that you make? The assumption that I make is it's somebody in gas station, and when I approach this fight or I'm rotating, they're going to know exactly where I am. That's my assumption. If that's not the case, great. Look at this guy outside here. Notice one guy above, one guy down below. Now, immediately what I'm concerned about here is if I get caught out in the open right here from a guy that's sitting up top here, I'm in a really bad spot. So this is where, like, if I get caught, watch this. I'll use this as an example right here. It's a pretty good Terminator skin right there, right? Terminator skin, clearly a better player. When you get caught out in the open, movement doesn't matter. Okay, so we talk a lot about movement, and movement is very important, especially when it comes to winning gunfights. But if you get caught rotating completely out in the open, especially on Verdansk where the map is so big and you can have some distance between 2 POIs or 2 areas, if you get caught out in the open, there is no movement that's going to get you out of this. There's no movement that's going to get you out of it. And we'll actually see that a little bit later on as well in a really, really interesting situation that we'll break down, that movement's not going to get you out of it. So, like, we have to play strategic. We got to be smart. Now, of course, I get that kill on the Terminator skin just based off of information and the fact that, you know, I know he's there. I play my positioning really well. We get an easy kill. Once again, look at the solo player here. And also taking note, this is important, you know, guys, not only am I focusing on the solo player straight ahead here, but I'm taking note of these guys over here, because as soon as I kill this guy, I'm going to go ahead and rotate over here and start to work this team. So this is where we always keep in mind that next rotation. Now, guys, even when we are playing positioning, we still want to be at least strafing, right? Even when we're playing positioning, we want to be at least strafing. You're going to see right here, right? A little bit of strafing. I'm playing positioning. It's close quarters positioning, right? It's LC10 positioning. It's a close quarters fight. But just, I mean, you can see it right here, guys. When I start shooting, just don't even watch me shoot. Just watch this pole here. Just watch the pole. You can see me you can see me going back and forth, right? See how I'm if you focus on that pole there, you can clearly see that I'm gaining ground and gaining ground either closer or further away from that pole. And that's just because it increases my rotational aim assist. Again, though, in that 50-50 situation, it gives me that, you know, makes me a harder target to hit. Notice so far, guys, I've got 8 kills. Have I done anything special? No. No, I haven't done anything too crazy, right? Now, as we get into quads and we're playing as a squad, there are going to be situations where we have to really finesse. But look how much control I have of this fight. Watch. Little bit of strafing right there, guys. Even at this distance, watch. This is your point, okay? I want you to watch. This line right here, down here. Watch the line, okay? Just don't watch me fighting. Just watch the line. See how much I'm back and forth there? Just going to make that aim assist feel a little bit stronger. I also love this situation right here. That guy's literally a bullet. Guy's literally a bullet. Now, let me go ahead and push this forward here. Because I'm going to end up jumping at this guy. Okay? Watch the strafing. Okay? Watch the strafing. Just increasing. Now we go. Okay? Now I'm going to put the pressure on. This guy is definitely a good player. We'll break down this fight when it comes to movement, guys. Watch. Okay, there's a lot to break down here. But again, nothing too fancy. First of all, this completely threw me off with him, with the character starting sideways to mantle. Because I thought this person was just sitting down here and I was fine. Ends up mantling, catching me in a pretty bad spot. Now, right here, I get the tag. First things first, guys, slide canceling to have crosshairs out, right? Now, the big thing here is notice I don't challenge here. Right? I don't just immediately slide into chase, right? I don't just go in this way here, okay? I'm going to stay wide. Why? Well, because there's nowhere that this player can go. If this player challenges here, I'm wide, right? This person cannot break my camera and get around me one way or the other here, okay? Number two is if this person goes this way, I still have from here a really good angle to be able to challenge from. So next thing, guys, hip fire to track enemies, right? This guy's moving and grooving a little bit, right? So we don't ADS here. We're just going to hip fire, okay? The other big thing that I will note here, I don't know if we can actually see it that much. Let me pull this back here. Let me keep pulling this back. I think, yeah. Okay, here's your line. Here's your line. Your line is the tent shadow, okay? I strafe backwards to open up my FOV. So not only do I stay wide, but I also strafe backwards to kind of keep the distance, right? The moment that he's in the 1 to 2 meter range is where this fight gets really, really tough, and then dancing starts to happen. So I'm just going to see how I create distance from this shadow here to stay wide, be able to track this guy a little bit better and open up that FOV. That's all. That's more of a decision dynamic. That's a good combination of positioning and movement right there versus me going in, stimming on the guy, trying to do a 360, you know, and that guy made a really good play movement-wise. He did what he had to do. He tried, you know, in terms of, especially because I had the advantage. But at the end of the day, I just put myself in a really good position to be able to get that kill. Oh, this guy over here. I swear, if one more person steals my car when I drive up on them, I'm going to lose my mind. Watch. I'm like, dude, stop. Okay, so what do we do from here? I am going to end up challenging this guy because he does get out of the car. He ends up getting out of the car right there. You can see that he's out of the car on the UAV. And once again, I'm just going to play a little bit of positioning, right? Now, my thought here is, like, let's say I push here, okay? And I try to use movement and use my melee to get across. I'm in the same position as the Terminator skin. So I'm just in a really bad spot. There's this enemy. Now, what's your thought right there? I see this guy. What's your thought? My thought is he's trying to go through the doors. He should have gone for the double doors. Just dead. Nothing that guy can do. We're at 11 kills right here, guys. Again, I want to keep highlighting this. Haven't done anything fancy. Used a little bit of basic movement, a little bit of strafing. Obviously, we're focusing on this movement fluidity when rotating. The melee out, guys, is something you really want to be using when finessing as well. When, like, trying to outplay an enemy and really get away from them and break lines of sight, it's absolutely something that you want to be using. We're just kind of working our way over right here. Well, look at the buyback right here. Okay, look at buyback. Let's break down this fight. This is a nice little, very, very good 1v2 situation. Very good 1v2 situation. This guy's flying in. Okay. He pulls shoot. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, I know this guy's flying in, right? And where's his teammate? I have no idea. I don't know where he is. How much outplay potential do I have right here with this shack? Not much. What are the chances that the guy that just shot me told his teammate where I am? Probably pretty high. Okay. So I hear them both, and I immediately back off. Why? I don't want to play. I don't want to YY TikTok to have to dance on these guys, right? I get 2 lives here. I'm by myself. I get 1 life, then I go to Gulag, and if I die again, that's it. So I'm gonna play strategic on big map and let the kills take care of themselves over time. Okay? Here they come. They're pushing. They're caught out in the open, right? Completely caught out in the open here. Knocked. Okay, now where's enemy number 2? Dead. Okay? Now, here's the bigger thing that I'll tell you guys. 2 things. Number 1, again, you can't just rotate however you want to. You've got to be strategic about your rotation. Number 2, when I end up seeing this guy right here, I'm not going to panic here. I'm just going to chill. Okay? What I wanted to do is close the door there, to be honest with you. But you can see, like, he can't shoot. I'm barely holding this piece of cover here. He can't shoot me right. He can't shoot me left. Now, the moment that I see him cross over this door to my right side, right? The moment I see him right there, now I can go. Movement fluidity. I know this is hard, guys, and it doesn't always work, but there are certain moments where you've got to execute really well when jumping out the window, right? Because that allows me to center my crosshairs, a little bit of strafing, and then at this point, guys, he's broken. I've got a huge advantage, and I just wait for the re-challenge, which is a pretty obvious re-challenge right there for a better player. 13 kills, but where does that start, right? That starts with playing our positioning, putting ourselves in a situation where we ultimately have a 1v1 fight, and then we just execute really well. Let's go ahead and jump in. We've got enough for UE. We're going to keep this momentum going. Let's keep momentum going right here. 1 guy back behind me, 2 guys over kind of in silos area, so we're going to go ahead and work this team over here. Now, what I'm watching as I'm pushing over is there's actually 3, right? So as I'm pushing over, and by the way, notice I give up that PA and I buy another one. So I'm watching 1, 2, and I'm watching 3 right here, okay? Let's just forward to when we actually... So I know there's 3 for sure. There's enemy UAV. I think they killed the 1. Yeah, so 2 guys. 1's getting mortared right here. Watch what we do, okay? You're going to see this common pattern that I keep going back to, guys. We have the information. We're going to play our high ground here. We're going to play our positioning first. We're going to play our element of surprise. We're going to play patient. Right? 1 guy over to my right side. Caught out in the open. Right? Now from here, I can do whatever I want. I can play super aggressive. I can play super patient. 1 guy down below. Inside the building. I know this building really, really well, so he's down below. Watch the hip fire. And the movement that I want to highlight here, guys, is just getting out of the door, okay? So again, keeping it simple, slide canceling, strafing, jumping, right? We put the pressure on. Now, what I worry about is this, okay? I want you to remember the fact that I jump really, really, really far out here. Like, my goal is to get as far as possible out to not only give me the angle on the guy running up the stairs, but I want to show you one more thing, okay? Again, keep in mind that I had the advantage there. If this guy right here, the reason that I jump really far out is if this guy is right here and he re-challenges and holds this angle, I want to force him. The reason I jump so far out here is because I want to force him to have to track me. You can barely see that. I want to force him to have to track me, which gives me the window that I need to be able to get the kill, right? So I don't want to just turn the corner. The TTK is so fast that if I just turn the corner here, yeah, I should 100% get that kill. But at the end of the day, it's just the smarter play. You can see we hip fire, right? Broken. We jump really, really far out. So not only does that give me the angle to get the full kill, but also puts me in a really, really, really good position to not take a lot of damage if he does happen to shoot at me. UAV back up. Nobody around us. We're going to go ahead. We are going to grab Big Game Bounty here just to get a sense of where the #1 kill player in the lobby is. That's what Big Game Bounty is, guys. It shows you whoever has the most kills. Obviously, I've got 15, so if somebody picks one up, it's probably going to be me. Popped UAV right here. Now, This UAV does twofold for me. Number one, I wanted to see if anybody's on the train. Train's a very common place for people to be. I kind of guessed that there was nobody on the train because there's still a recon contract on it up here on the minimap. So I was kind of guessing that there wasn't anybody on it, but I just wanted to confirm because the way I view train is it's pretty easy kills because they're trapped there. But obviously we're going to use this for our rotation as well. Let's go ahead and get in. 2 guys, big blue. We got 2 guys over to my right side here as well in green. We're just going to play high ground first. We're going to play high ground first. There's one. Dead. Another one down below me here. And, guys, part of Resurgence is... Or part of Battle Royale is... Dying's going to happen. This guy... Watch the angle that this guy plays. We'll talk about Gulag here as well. I mean, guys, this guy just made a great play. I mean, just such a good angle. Good patience by him, right? And obviously, my head is so exposed there. We're at 16, though. We're in a really good spot. Anticipate middle. Throw that backside. Anticipate middle, right? You can see I'm constantly ready for these enemies. Now watch. This one's easy. Where's he going to go? Probably right side. See ya. Didn't even get a bullet off on me. Didn't even get a bullet off. And just like that, we're up to 17. We're keeping it simple, right? Now, I think one of the biggest things that I do want to highlight here, guys, is why am I so aggressive flying back in on loadout? Because I killed everybody on this side of the map. Now, there could have been somebody that flew back in or something, but I killed everybody that was on this side of the map. So I'm pretty confident here that I'm in a good spot to, you know, be able to go in here and loot up. What's the other thing you want to keep in mind here? How do we regain in this moment? Don't forget about all the people that I killed. Not all the people. Don't forget about the guys that I killed over here, right? Because at the moment when I looted up, I couldn't hold all the ammo. I couldn't hold all the plates. I couldn't grab another heartbeat sensor. I couldn't grab a gas mask, right? Because I already had one. Well, in this case, we go back here. You can see I've got it all. Heartbeat. There we go. Plates. Like, don't forget that information. I've got 2 smokes now. I grabbed the next one right there. We're going to go ahead. We grab this satchel right there. I think, do I end up going plate box? No, I keep the heartbeat sensor. Okay. Keeping it simple. Okay, that all starts with staying in control of fights, right? I have information. I'm the one in control. I'm pushing. I'm keeping the pressure on enemies as much as possible. When we get caught off guard, guys, we're going to have to use movement, but we use movement to ultimately back off and play positioning, at which point we can re-engage. Notice right here, we're going to have this loadout drop straight ahead of me. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of work that a little bit. Now, I'm going to pause here for a second, okay? If you made it this far, I appreciate it. I want to give you a little bit of insight here, okay, to what's going to happen. So let's actually let this play out. I'll let it play out. We'll let this play out, and then I'll explain what happened. I'll explain what's going on. So I'm worried about these guys straight ahead of me here, right? I don't know how aggressive I want to be. I'm kind of starting to think about maybe do I try to catch them rotating? We're playing positioning, obviously, trying to find a better angle. Yep, we see that guy right there. We get the live ping off, and I'm just going to track these guys. I'm trying to figure out, okay, where I'm just pushing this forward, right? Playing our positioning. Remember what I said about the Terminators? Okay, where did these guys go? Remember what I said about the Terminator skin, right? Getting caught out in the open. You know, when you get caught out in the open, guys, there's absolutely nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can do when you get caught out in the open. With any reasonable team, I throw smoke. There's nothing that I can do. Now, I know what you're thinking. Joe, you always tell us, don't rotate edge of gas. You know, get into circle early. Why did you make that play? Well, if I go over here to this gameplay, okay, this was the other day. This was actually posted on my second channel, which is where I do loadout videos and stuff. I want you to take note of this circle. This circle's very, very similar, right, to the other circle, which is like red building wasn't in, TV station wasn't in. I actually think TV station wasn't on the other one. But you have this open hill area, right? And for the most part here, if I go back to this Verdansk gameplay, the one previously, this one here, where I open up big map, you can kind of see, like, there's no way I'm getting to the TV station here. Red building's not in, and it's a lot of these low buildings right here. But this whole side of the map is completely open. And what ended up happening here in this Krig gameplay, okay, so this is back to the Krig gameplay, is I rotate in, and what ends up happening is I kind of like, there's too much from different angles. So like I'm getting shot in the back low, right? And then there's fighting over kind of right around the corner here to this side. And then technically speaking, I've got people top red here. Okay, so you're going to see me go ahead and, yep, now I'm getting shot in the back. Now I've got a car to my left side. I'm going to work up here. We're going to grab this guy's plates right here, right? Okay, so we're going to grab that plate. We're going to grab, there's nothing else for me to grab here. But still a bunch of fighting back behind me. There's people over this way. There's going to be people top red right here, right? There's people top red above me. One guy jumps down. I'm going to go ahead and get that knock. I feel confident that I can get that kill right there, except I get shot from the left side, right? I get shot from restaurant. So maybe partially this is me like playing a lot and, I pay attention to these types of things. But when I get this circle right here, and because these two gameplays were so close together, one of these, it was literally, I recorded the Krig on the night of the 23rd, and I recorded this video, did this gameplay on the afternoon of the 24th, so they weren't even 24 hours apart. Like, I immediately thought back to that Krig gameplay that I just showed you and said, like, I don't think if I go across here, I'm going to be in a really, really, really bad position. So I have to try to fight to stay on this side of the circle here, which ultimately, maybe I rotate over. Maybe I rotate over here early and try to get, first of all, we see the guy right there, which I never did. But even then, like, if I go to fight these guys, it's just a really tough spot. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know what the answer to this circle for me is. Like, maybe I rotate hard left and I just really focus on staying up. If I get this circle again, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rotate really far left here instead and try to stay and try to just loop all the way this way. But I don't think that's a good spot to be as well. So I don't know what the solution for me is in this circle. But I just wanted to kind of show you that end game dynamic where that's why I rotated edge here. It was this strategic decision to rotate edge here. But more importantly, when you get caught out in the open, guys, there's nothing that you can do. So fast and fluid, not flashy. Keep movement simple. Slide canceling, strafing, a little bit of jumping. And most importantly, guys, positioning. Use movement when you're in a 1v1 fight or when you have to finesse and really get out of a situation. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.